Okay, I don't do anything with TNA, but since it's all brand new and exciting, I figured I'd, try to figure out what I think might happen in the Genesis pay-per-view. So I went to, TNAWrestling.com and went to both preview pages to try to see if they had any sort of match list. And okay, one of them more or less just describes the return of Hulk Hogan. Okay, let's go to the preview site. Preview site discusses the return of Hulk Hogan to pay-per-view. And with 4 days to go, a match list would probably make sense. So I guess instead I have to go to, spoilers from Impact to try to figure out exactly what matches they're going to have. Which is always really poor when it's like the week before your pay-per-view and I can't find your match list on your website by clicking on the Genesis link and the link describing watching Genesis. And there's no match list. So I guess I'll have to go from this. Okay, Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. If Styles wins, Angle won't challenge for the rest of the year. It'd be nice to see AJ win this. It really would. It first with the title picture. As long as we don't see AJ take on Hogan or Flair, I think we should be in pretty good shape. Okay, Beer Money versus Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. I think the last time Scott Hall and Kevin Nash had a match on a pay-per-view, I think Scott Hall didn't show up. So if he shows up, I would like to see Beer Money win. Let's be honest here. If you want to use older guys to put over newer talent, you actually have the older guys put over newer talent. Was it the main event Mafia angle where you had older established wrestlers try to take on newer wrestlers, even though ironically most of the front line was ECW originals and not TNA originals? Anyways. Blah, 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 blah. This is the problem when there is no match list to actually go from. Ah, yes. Team 3D versus the Nasty Boys. This match has to be a bloodbath because the Nasty Boys really were never that great at wrestling overall. And the Dudleys, while an amazing tag team, are very much past their prime. Again, I have to go from results that really don't make a whole lot of sense. So far I've only mentioned, three matches so far? Don't know what Waltman's doing. Maybe Jeff Hardy will be there, but he was indicted on severe drug charges recently. Maybe Jeff Jarrett will take on Hulk Hogan, but that probably would have been mentioned. Maybe we'll see Flair get involved in the ring. Who knows? It's when you're trying to do a prediction for a pay-per-view and you can't find a match listing on the website of the company, that's actually kind of a pain. All I'm seeing is Hulk Hogan returns, Hulk Hogan returns. Yeah, I kind of figured that out. Thanks for telling me that. Oh, let's see the headliner events. Will that give me... No, just attending. That's nothing about... Can I get a match list somewhere? Nope. Okay, excellent. Maybe Desmond will take on the Pope again. But they did mention they're going to have a huge re-debut. Could it be Kennedy? That's not a huge re-debut. Could it be Rob Van Dam? That'd be interesting. I think Rob would bring a lot of life into that company. Or could it be DDP? Again, DDP had a pretty good fan following. Would kind of make sense. Would RVD be bigger? Yeah. Would Kennedy kind of make sense? Kennedy was starting to get over when he essentially hit his 3 strikes and he was let go. Rob Van Dam would be pretty good to see in a 6-sided ring. He could probably put on a really good match with AJ Styles. Hopefully he wouldn't injure anybody. But that's all I can tell you from TNA Genesis because, can't find anything on their website. and I had to go to other wrestling websites to try to figure out what might be going on for the pay-per-view. Oh, and the day after, apparently, they're going to do another live Impact. Who knows? Maybe they might break a 2 for their overall ratings. And that's TNA Genesis. So I guess my predictions from the couple matches I was able to cobble together through other wrestling websites. Styles, Beer Money, Team 3D. I'd like to see the Pope win if he has a match against Desmond Wolfe. Maybe the knockout belts will be defended. I don't know. I can't find a match that's on TNAWrestling.com. I try to go to some discussion forums and no one's talking about it since the end of the year. That is the new TNA.